But I do think, bro, it's a travesty for real that a lot of the blog era, a lot of us was so competitive that we don't even have like a digital footprint together as far as like songs together as much as you would think.
Right.
Like everybody was so cool, bro. Like I remember Schoolboy Q and Kendrick used to like prank call me. Like they on their tour bus, I'm on mine. We both on the road. Like everybody was just so cool and like it was just like carefree a little bit. Like life happens, and I'm saying like, but it's like I just wish there was like the camaraderie that we had at first. I wish it like kind of stayed.
It's your man Delvin. Welcome to Delvin's Room. And bruh, truly, the blog era was the last great era of hip hop music. It just was, bruh. It was an era that was meaningful. It was an era of rappers rapping at a high level and trying to rap even higher. They actually wanted to rap in the blog era. And that's the last era that was like that. So Wale coming out saying he wished that the blog era stuck more together and did more together and they had more camaraderie in these days. It sucks to hear that, man, because that's a generation of artists. That's a time in hip hop we'll never get back, bro. It was pure, bro. You had Wiz Khalifa doing Cushion Orange Juice, Cabin Fever, you feel me? Taylor Otidice just dropping bangers. You had Wale dropping his music with MMG. You had Meek Mill coming out the game. He's still representing the streets. You feel me? You had Mac Miller over there. You feel me? You had Drake. Drake's part of the blog era. So far gone. His best music was during the blog era, bro. Drake's best music was during the blog era. Big Sean was in the game. J. Cole was at his best Friday Night Lights. It was so much terrific music coming out. And they was all good, bro. It's the last era like that, bro. Where rappers was rapping at a high level. After that, it was done, bro. I remember somebody tried to say that the SoundCloud era was good. Because when you think about the blog era is technically, I would say 2008. Yeah, 2008 to like 2014, maybe 2015. In that 7-window period. Because by the time 2016 came, we was in the new era. We was in the SoundCloud era. Everything was about the SoundCloud artists, the Lil Yachty's, the goddamn Lil Uzi Verse, the Migos was in high function, Young Thugs. All them artists started to come. Even though you could say some of those artists was relevant during the blog era, they are not the blog era. I don't consider Migos, Young Thug, Lil Uzi Vert, none of them are blog era. That's the mumble era. That's the SoundCloud era. That is not blog era. Blog era is really the early 2000s. You feel me? A little bit of the mid 2000s, but the early 2010s. Excuse me, 2010s. The early 2010s. You feel me? That's really where the strongholds at. You feel me? Meek Mill dropping them Dream Chasers mixtapes. You feel me? You had Wiz Khalifa, you had Big Sean, you just had so much. You had even OG artists was still dropping good music at that time. You had the Jeezy still dropping the realest back and shit like that. You had Rick Ross dropping Rich Forever and shit. You had a Young Future at the same damn time. You feel me? Like you had a younger Future. Before he really got too much into everything else, Young Future was still good. You feel me? So the blog era to me was competitive rapping. Something that we'll never, I hope we don't never see that again. Let me not say we'll never see that again, but it's the last great era. You feel me? Because we know they always try to say the 90s is the golden era, but there's really no such thing as the golden era. There's just different variations, you feel me? Because the 80s, they argued that the 80s was the golden era, you feel me? 90s. But then the best-selling era of all time is the 2000s. You feel me? The best-selling era, technically, of moving units is the 2000s. Because that's when you had Nelly going diamond, you had 50 Cent going diamond, you had Eminem going diamond, You feel me? You had Lil Wayne dropping crazy. You had T.I. doing crazy numbers. Everybody with Ludacris. You feel me? It was so many rappers at that point in time doing so many crazy numbers. Kanye West. Like, it was just crazy numbers. So the 2000s is actually the most successful commercial decade of all time. But the 2010s, ushered in a more melodic sound. And the 2010s had more hits than we ever seen. That's why right now in the 2020s, we're not hearing as many hits. It feels weird because it's like, damn, why is it no hits? Because the 2010s gave us so many fucking hits, you feel me? Everybody had hits, you feel me? So, it's just different eras, different great things. But I do feel like the last great era of rapping, remember I'm ushering rapping, I'm saying rapping, was the blog era. Because Drake was rapping good. Wiz Khalifa, even though Wiz Khalifa just rapping about weed and having a good time with women, he was rapping good. Big Sean was rapping very good. J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. How did I forget Kendrick Lamar? I haven't even said Kendrick Lamar yet, bro. Yeah, you can argue Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is the top dog in the blog era, dog. I forget Kendrick. But Kendrick Lamar, that's his era. You feel me? Good Kid, Mad City. Drake, Pull Up. You feel me? That was a great era, bro. It's just Wale really hit it on point. I wish they were more together because we could get a tour. What if we got a blog era tour? What if we got a blog era tour, dog? Oh man, most like no shit like that's gonna happen. But it would be amazing to see a blog era tour where you have Wale, Wiz Khalifa, Big Sean, I mean, Drake, Kid Cudi was a part of it too before he started wearing dresses and being weird. The blog era was great. R.P. Mac Miller, he was a part of it. ASAP Rocky was still rapping. You feel me? The blog era was a great era, dog. It's one of those times in hip hop that should be cherished. It should be cherished. It should be cherished. And I hope as these niggas get older, because a lot of them are in their late 30s, mid to late 30s. Some are in their 40s now. I think Wale done hit 40. Cole definitely done hit 40. Kendrick and Drake are knocking on 40. So with that being said, I just wish as time go on, time as they get older, they work with each other. They start doing tours together. It would be dope to see. It would be dope to see. And time can do that. Time can do that. Because when you look at the OGs from the 90s and shit like that, they do tours together. They do tours together. You feel me? So it would be dope to see that, bro. Because the blog era was such a prolific time, bro. I think people don't understand actually go on the internet and be excited about music. You feel me? It was an exciting time. I wish people were still excited about music like that now. You had the Dat Piffs, the live mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? It was a great time. So while they bringing it back, it brought a lot of memories. I wish the blog era would have stuck together a little bit more because we might have got more greatness, man. It's just the truth. It's your nigga Delvin. Delvin's room to the next one.